come along with all these things because it will save you some money. What you shouldn't forget is your introductory letter, a universal adapter. It will save you for some time. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Gifty here again. To my new subscribers, my name is Gifty. I mostly share content about anything in helping you in relocating to Canada and life in Canada in general. To my returning subscribers, thank you very much for always staying here with me, watching my videos, liking and also sharing as well. I really appreciate. So I have received message from people to share content on the things to pack when moving into Canada. So basically today that is what I will talk about. So before I start, I want to put it forward that before you pack your luggages, you have to make sure that you check the weight that your airline demands of you. So basically with the Royal Dutch Airlines, you have to pick 223 kgs, okay, 223 kg bag, like a separate one, 23. Then you come along with 12 kg. Your 12 kg is normally your carry-on bag, then the 23 is your check-in luggages. Okay, so that one will be given to them and you won't see that one until you land yourself in Canada. So you can as well give the 12 kg for them to add it to their check-in bag. Then when you arrive, you will see all your 3 bags. Apart from that, you can also come along with a backpack. One thing is that the backpack wouldn't be weighed. So my advice is that you have to make sure that you put the heavy things like your jeans inside your backpack. You have a bigger one, that one they wouldn't weigh. But if you put your jeans and the heavier things inside your check-in bag, it will cause more weight in that bag for you. So that is the little thing that I experienced. I just want to share to you. Before I move on, I will talk about everything in section. We will first talk about the documents that you will need to pack. Then we will come to your personal items like your clothing, your shampoos and a whole lot of things like your personal items. Then we will come to the major parts, which is your food stuff. So let's start with the documents you will need to pick. So the first document that you have to pick is your passport. Don't forget your passport. It contains your visa, so don't forget your passport. After your passport, you have to make sure that you print out all the documents you use for your immigration process from start to finish. So the documents you use, like your bank statements, because normally application is online, so every document should be printed out. You have to get a hard copy of your bank statement. You have to get the hard copy of your SOP, your statement of purpose. You have to also get all the hard copy of your biometric appointment letter, your medical appointment letter. And sometimes when you do the medicals, they would give you a report. You have to seek from them that you will need your report and they will send it to you. So when they send it to you, you have to also print that one as well. Every document that you used in support of your application, you have to pick. And one thing that you shouldn't forget is your introductory letter. So when you are coming with a student visa, you have to get introductory letter. That is why you will submit when you arrive at the port of entry. That is why you submit for them to give you your study permit. So don't forget to print out your introductory letter. That will be the last letter that will send to you, that will be sent to you from immigration. Okay, so you also print your passport request letter as well. Apart from this, the other document that you will need is your certificates. Okay, all your certificates that you use for your school application, you have to bring it. And if you have any important documents like your driver's license, any of your bank IDs, letters that you receive from the DVLA, you have to come along with it. It is mostly called authentication letter. So before you travel to Canada, you have to make sure that you get this letter. If you can drive, plus your driving license, it will really help you to drive faster in Canada. So basically, these are all the documents that you will need with you to bring to Canada. So everything concerning your immigration, everything concerning any form you used in support of your application, then your personal certificate, and also your other ID cards, you have to also bring that one. So these are basically the documents you will need to come along with. Now we will move to your personal items, your clothing. So with that part, my advice is that you don't need to come along with so many clothing, especially when you are coming in winter, like in December and in January. Yeah, you don't need to come along with a whole lot of clothing. The clothing that I would advise that you come along with, if you have a turtleneck, hoodies, you can also bring your jacket, something like this. It is good to wear it indoors, but when you reach outside, it's not going to do anything, but at least it will survive you for some time. Then you get your winter jacket back from home. But the winter jacket, don't worry yourself buying a whole lot of winter jackets, because it won't do anything here. Comparing this weather, it won't do anything. So just get one or two winter jackets from back home, and when you come and you secure yourself some job or anything, then you can buy the proper one here that comes with the degree, the temperature or the weather degrees, okay, so that you will be safe in those one. Don't waste your money buying all these winter jackets back home, okay. So you can also come along with other clothing that you can also wear indoors, like your t-shirts and your inner jacket, your vest, and other things, other personal items. You can come along with all these things. And one thing that is most important when it comes to clothing are your jeans. So you have to make sure that you pack your jeans, trousers. If you have it, you have to come along with your jeans, trousers. Very, very important. Then you add your other clothing. Moving on to the other personal items, you can come along with your cream, so that when you come, you won't waste money to be buying all these things for the first 1, 2, or 3 months. Okay, so come along with your creams, with your shampoos. Let's come along with all these things, your shower gel. Come along with all these things, and your personal items as well. So another thing in your personal item that you can bring, weave on. You have to come along with your weave on, because if I tell you how much it costs to braid just hair, you would not believe it. You can pay like 200 Canadian dollars for just hair braiding. So it is very good if you can come along with all your hair extensions. Coming with your hair extensions, make sure that you remove it from the pack, so that it will reduce your weight and your space. So you just do something like this. You can just fold it, then you wrap it in your Ziploc bag. Something that I did for myself, and it was really, really helpful. This hair extension was bought from back home, and I'm still using it. So if you have a lot of hair extensions, bring it, because it is very, very costly here. And if you have wig cap, you have to come along with all these things, because it will save you some money. The other items that I will talk about is to come along with any personal items as a lady, okay, and as a giant. You have to come along with all these things you will need for your nails, things you will need for your face, things you need for your hair. You have to come along with all these things, because for the first 1, 2, 3 months, you don't want to spend too much. So try and come along with all these stuffs. You can come along with all your sneakers, okay, but it shouldn't be too much, because the sneakers that you bring back from home, when you start wearing it in winter, it won't do anything. Your feet will just freeze. So coming along with a sneaker like this is fine. It will save you for some time. It's gonna save you for some time, but this thing cannot save you in winter. Okay, you can wear it in the summer. Okay, and normally because of the ice drop, this the foot part of this thing will always slip, so you have to get the winter survivor. So you can come along with all these ones, but not too much. That will take your weight, because when you come here you can buy the proper winter boot. Another item that I will talk about is your electrical gadgets. If you have a laptop, you can bring your laptop. You can make sure you bring your phones. Make sure you bring your charger. So your charger, the socket here is very different from back home, so you have to get yourself a universal adapter. So this is a universal adapter. This is how it looks. So you just have to use this one. Their pins is something like this. So when you go to the market, you just buy universal adapter like this, which you can use to plug for your laptop and any other electrical gadget that you have. You can also buy something like the hair cap that you can wear for some time. Then you get yourself some gloves for yourself as well, which will also help you in winter. Okay, so these are all the things that you can buy from back home. You can also buy a muffler that you can use to cover your chest and your neck before you wear your jacket. Don't forget to bring your cross. This is something that you have to come along with. Really help you. Yes, that is the cross. Don't forget to get yourself a cross. Okay. Basically, that is something about your personal items. Okay, you just bring anything along with you, but these are the most important things. Make sure you don't occupy your space and your weight with things that you know this thing you wouldn't even need it for anything. Let's move on to the major parts. The major part is your food stuff. Actually, if you want any food stuff here, you will get it. You can bring your Indomie, or let me say your spaghetti. You can come along with it, but spaghetti, Indomie is not that costly here. It's not that costly here. Just like 0.6 cents, just like 6 cents Canadian dollars or $1. Yeah, you go to African markets, you can get all these things, but it is costly. Okay, and you don't want to spend your money for the first 1, 2, 3 months. You have to save cost for yourself. So it is very good to pack foodstuffs when coming. So the food stuff that you can bring along with is dry fish. You can come along with powdered fish. Okay, you can come along with all this shrimp, powdered fish. You can come along with all these things. So you don't need to bother yourself bringing all these things. We have some here. This one was bought here. Don't occupy your space with all these things. It's not that costly. But then you can bring some. Come along with some oil, but make sure that it is frozen. Okay, you wrap it very well so that it won't soak all your other clothing. The most important thing that you should also come along is with garri, because sometimes when you go out and you come back, you can't get the time to cook. Garri will save you. You can come along with your granules. You can come along with your sugar. You can come along with your anything that you feel like you will use it for your breakfast, your Tom Brown, and come along with all your natural spices that you will need for your cooking. Bring along with anything that you can use for cooking, but it should be dry. It should be dry, and make sure that when you are packing it, you just pack it in a Ziploc bag. Wrap it very, very well as well. Make sure that each and every one of them is in a Ziploc bag, like 3 cups, 2 cups, 1 cup, so that it won't cause a lot of weight for you. Because if you bring a lot of weight, it's either you will pay for extra luggage or they will take it at the airport. So basically, these are the foodstuffs that you can come along with. Make sure you bring shea butter, okay, and lip balm. Make sure you bring all these things so that it will help you with the weather. If you have anything like a medication that you take, you can come along with that medication, but make sure that you have a prescription attached to that medication. In case they ask you, you can bring out the prescription to them. So one thing I also add is that come along with any medications that you usually use back home. Come along with painkillers, come along with anti-malaria, but before that, treat malaria before you come. But I can still come along with anti-malaria. Come along with stomach aids, okay, anti-diarrhea, like when you are running, when you are vomiting. Come along with all this medication. Come along with your fever medication. Bring vitamin C and zinc. Come along with some blood tonics, okay. Come along with any medication that you usually take when you are not feeling well, like over-the-counter medications. You can come along with all these ones so that it will save you for some time. Though you can go for health care for free, but to go to the hospital, you have to book an appointment and a whole lot of things. So you don't need that stress. If you are feeling some headache, you can just grab one and take. These are the things that you should come along with. If you have any other personal thing that you would like to ask, you can put it in the comment section, and if it is advisable to bring it, I would reply you as soon as possible. And also make sure you don't bring anything poultry here, okay. So anything that contains chicken, don't bring it here. Anything that contains poultry products, don't bring it. And don't bring anything dairy products. Get yourself some biscuits, some snacks as well, so that in case you are in the plane, in case you are back home and you don't know what to grab to eat, you can just take this snack and be munching on it at ease. Basically, these are the foodstuffs that you can bring along with you. Anything dry fish, anything clothing that cover your body, any documents that you use for your visa application, your personal documents as well, like your certifications, your credentials. Bring everything. And also all the immigration document that was sent from IRCC, you have to make sure you print it. Don't forget your introductory letter. Don't forget your passport request letter. Don't forget your passport as well. Don't forget your universal charger as well. And also make sure that you don't forget your gari. Don't forget. Make sure you come along with all the clothing that will cover your body. Don't forget your jeans, trousers, okay, your skinnies. Don't forget all these things. It is really, really helpful here. So I think I have mentioned everything. I might forget some of them. So if you have any other thing that you would like to ask, just drop it in the comment section and I will reply you as soon as possible. Thank you guys for staying here with me. I'll be bringing content about the questions that can be asked at the port of entry and the answers that you can be giving to all these questions, okay. So please, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to like as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye.